Hi, you've clicked onto today's tropical tidbit for Wednesday. Still fairly quiet in the Atlantic over here, not much really going on. We've got a tropical wave coming through the Central Caribbean, but this doesn't look to be in the greatest upper level environment for development. And it looks like this will be just a rainmaker for the islands over here, not much of a threat for development. The big thing though that we're looking for, and as I've been talking about, is that there could be some big things in store for the final week of August. And what we've got over here is we've got a situation where we've got a tropical wave coming out in front of a bigger one behind, and this is going to be a situation where you got the one out in front moistening up the environment and sacrificing itself to the dry air so that this one behind can get itself going. And this is what the models, we've got great model support for development of this thing as it comes out this way south of the islands. And it's interesting to watch because the models were first developing this one coming north of the islands over here, and it was interesting to see that they hopped onto the wrong wave for a little while there, but they've all switched over now to this one, and it's this one that could be a problem as it comes off at a decent latitude over here. Sorry about that. Anyway, here's the GFS over here, day 8, and you can see it turns into a pretty scary hurricane over here affecting the northern Antilles in 8 days. And this is a further southward shift than we've been seeing. We've been seeing the storm up here on the models for the last week or so. We've got the GFS now taking this pretty far south, and if this affects the northern Caribbean, it'll be a pretty big deal. And the problem with this kind of a track is if you get a tracking here, you're much more likely to try to threaten the US down the road here and try to hit the eastern seaboard. Now on this particular run, the GFS ends up taking it out anyway, and recurves it out into a big trough. But the scary thing is looking at the ensemble mean for the same run, and notice we've got the ensembles seeing it, part of them seeing it out here, but also some of the ensemble members are seeing it over here in the Bahamas. And this is scary because you got a lot of ensemble members thinking it's going to come in like this, and then this can't really avoid hitting the United States somewhere. Even if it tries to recurve sharply out, you're still going to hit somebody. So storm in here is a big deal, and all of a sudden it tries to put Florida back in the picture. And this is something we didn't really think this would affect Florida, but like I said last week, can't guarantee that this will recurve. We've got a pattern where the ridging is really trying to build in and force these things west, and I'll get to that in a second. This is the Europeans' take on the system 0Z run last night. Pretty much a recurving system on this run, but again, looking at the ensembles for the European, further southwest over here with the storm. So you got to wonder if the ensembles are seeing more ridging over here and whether this can come closer into the United States. Something to look at over here. Here's the day 10 Europeans on the left, GFS on the right, and this is what I've been saying, this ridging over here building up. You got the teleconnected with the troughing in the eastern Gulf of Alaska, western Canada, and all this ridging building up over here shown on both models. Now they have a little trough that drops down, and this is what they try to recurve the storm with. You can see the storm here on the GFS and here on the European, and the models are going back and forth. It's the windshield wiper dogtail effect where they keep going from here to here and back and forth in between. And it'll be interesting to see how this goes. This isn't a guaranteed land hit, and this isn't a guaranteed recurve. We've got to first get it to form, get the models to lock on, and then see how it goes. But this is the kind of pattern. You get this kind of ridging over here, you have to watch underneath for trouble. Always. You watch underneath ridges in the tropics, and this is the kind of pattern that gives you the big landfall seasons in the United States. This is something to really watch out for. We could have a big storm threatening land during the final week of this month. So something to look out for and be ready for. That's it for today. Thanks for watching.